right, welcome everybody once again to CVTV right here on channelvisionmag.com. Brady Hicks here, managing editor with Channel Vision Magazine, and we have quite a treat for you guys today. A representative from SkySwitch, specifically, we have the director of sales. His name, Sean Breeden. How you doing today, Sean?
Great. Hey, Brady. Glad to be here. I was looking forward to the conversation.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like this thing has been building for so long. I'm so excited to sit down with you. Sean, before we kind of start out, tell us a little bit about SkySwitch.
Yeah, sure. SkySwitch is a private label hosted PBX SIP trunking unified communication solution. We only sell to the channel, so MSPs, IT companies, WISPs, VARs, IT integrators, office technology dealers. More people have recently got into the VoIP world, so our portfolio's expanded into different avenues. But really channel based. We don't sell direct. We don't compete with our partners, and we put companies, as I mentioned, into business to sell on their own private label hosted PBX, SIP trunking, and unified communication solution. Some of the benefits that SkySwitch brings to the table is our partners are able to own their customers. They're able to build a monthly recurring revenue stream, as well as the margins tend to be anywhere from 50 to 70 plus points of margins. So it's typically a little bit a different business model than what some may be used to, but it's attractive. Three of the main reasons, as I mentioned.
You mentioned WISPs pretty early on there. Why are they such a good fit for the SkySwitch solution?
Yeah, and it's interesting. Lately we've had a really nice run with WISP, and the reason that we're seeing is a lot of WISPs do not currently have a voice offering. So maybe they obviously have an internet offering. Some of them may have a cable TV offering, and their customers are asking for dial tone. So instead of having to give that away or refer it to somebody else, we've noticed that the WISP have been doing their homework, adding a solution like CoreDial into their portfolio, and now they can go to market. They can compete with those larger ISPs and then offer a triple play or double play. So yeah, again, it's a way to capture more of their customers' IT spend, as well as providing that dial tone component to that customer. So yeah, we've been having a lot of success in that arena lately.
That's really cool. So to talk about SkySwitch's partners, what are some of the benefits that they may have over, say, a traditional agent model relationship?
Yeah, and I guess I jumped ahead there a little bit, but to me, there are those three major components. So the ownership side, the monthly recurring revenue, and the margins. There's also a plethora of other things, but to me, those three components really stick out. Really grasp the interest of our prospects, and they see the benefit of those things. As well, to be able to self-service their customers. The value that our partners bring to the table far supersedes the likes of really any other competitor that's in the industry today, because most of our partners are able to, get to their customer site within under an hour. They're usually in close proximity. They have an onboarding. They have a training process. So unlike some of the larger players in the space today, they're able to give them that white glove service that their customers need and want. Price, again, is always important, and our partners can definitely compete on price. But the value that our partners bring to the table is really what separates them from the other competitors.
I found it really interesting. You use the word partner when you're kind of talking about SkySwitch's base. How does that differ from a traditional vendor or agent?
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's a very powerful word. We truly do. We truly have that relationship with it's a partnership between us and our partners. So they're not agents. They're not vendors of ours. They're truly our partners. They're only going to succeed as much as we enable them to in regards to infrastructure and back office and features and functionality. So if we can give them all the components that they need to be successful, they can go out, hopefully sell those services. They're obviously making the margins on the front end. We're generating revenue on the back end. So in that regard, to me, it's really it's a true partnership.
It sounds really streamlined. Can you describe the SkySwitch sales process?
So, yeah, our process is pretty simplified. Again, it starts off with our partners. We look for partners that have an addressable audience, have a demand for these services. So, usually the first step in the sales process is setting up a discovery call. So, the most important thing is understanding, what our partners, what our prospects' needs and wants are, and if we can help with those needs and wants. Um, we have that first conversation, assuming both parties see that there's some synergy there. We would set up another call to take a deeper dive into our software. So to show the prospect, how do you purchase DIDs? How do you set up customers? How do you provision phones? What do all the features and functionalities look like? How easy is it to administer? And to me, I always say that you really don't have to be technologically savvy to be a partner of ours. We have a lot of partners that are one man bands, two guys and a dog, and a husband and wife, and they're very successful. The portal itself is extremely easy to get acclimated with. I always say, inside of the portal, it's drop down boxes, it's add and remove, and it's click and radio buttons. That's about as much that's about as much sophistication that goes into it. So, you don't have to be an engineer, you don't have to be a CCIE or have some sort of certification to successfully utilize our portal. Usually, once you are trained, you get your hands in there a couple times, you become very proficient. And then the last but not least is the third step of our sales process is just reviewing the pricing. So, maybe comparing and contrasting your current bill to what your bill would look like on our platform, what your cost of goods would be on our platform. So, discussing the financials and make sure that that piece can work for your organization. So we really have three major components to our sales process. I would say our average sales process takes anywhere between 30 and 45 days. We do have plenty of prospects that come in that have done research on us. They know exactly what they want. They sign up and they can get up and run in less than a week. I'd say the average is around 30 to 45 days. But again, for those that are looking to get up and running as quick as possible, a lot of that falls on our partners. So just going through the training, setting up those calls, spending time inside of the portal, getting acclimated with it, so that when they are ready to go to the market, they fully understand all the capabilities of what we can bring to the table and they can offer to their customers.
Well, it sounds like a whole lot of thought has gotten into the sales process there, Sean. What sort of things do you guys look for in a partner?
Yeah, so I would say a majority of our partners are MSPs. Again, and I think it's almost some of them have been pushed into this world because they've been getting a lot of demand, a lot of questions from their customers or requests from their customers. Looking for a solution. So instead of again handing it off to somebody else, being able to offer that customer, being able to offer the voice solution to their customer gives them another revenue stream, and again, it also gives them a piece of their another piece of their customers' IT spend. So MSPs, I would say, are meat and potatoes of our base. But as I mentioned, WISPs are also a big part of our partner base. We have VARs becoming IT integrators, interconnects, which that word tends to be used a lot less nowadays. MSPs, I would say, mostly consist of our partner community.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Sean, if people want more information on SkySwitch, the sales process, the partnerships, all that stuff, where can they go online?
Yeah, sure. Yep. So you can go to skyswitch.com. There's a plethora of information on our website. You can also send me and my team an email. It's sales team at skyswitch.com. That'll reach myself and my team members. And, we'd be glad to reach back out to you, set up a time to talk and see if there could be some possible synergy between our two organizations.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for the time, Sean, and best of luck.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for your time, Brady.
Of course, yeah. And while you guys are online checking out SkySwitch and all the great things that they have going on right now, don't forget to also visit channelvisionmag.com. On there, you'll find lots of great CVTVs and podcasts and webinars and great content right there for your perusal right there on the website, channelvisionmag.com. And of course, on behalf of SkySwitch, this is CVTV. Everybody take care.